What's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Yeah, dude. I'm a teen. What do you guys think? What do you think? Giving them ups, downs, man. It's my new look. Only reason I did this today was to debut my new look to everybody. You know what I mean? What do you think? Just became a patron. What it do? Hey, Marshall M. What it do? What it do? What it do to you? Welcome to the buffet. Up, thumbs up, down up, question mark. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to be reading into this. Yes, Sneaky Deej. Do it. Go. Gotta grow a beard now? Yeah, you do. Every man should grow a beard. There's a reason why we have them, and it's not to shave them off. Like, think about it from an evolutionary standpoint. Why would we retain a beard if it wasn't useful? Every woman should grow a beard too. Well, every woman that can should. I mean, if there's hair up there, you should. You know what I mean? My job doesn't allow me to grow and beard. That's a job I'd quit. If I'm gonna walk into a job and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I want to pay you to put this widget together," I'm fine with signing that contract. That sounds fair. But if a company wants to be like, "Hey, I want to pay you to dress and act and talk like I do," and they're not offering like a ton of money, sorry. Sorry. Beards are hairy face appendices. No, man. I just think that beards are beautiful, you know? Do a meetup, please. I have money to go now. All right, I'll do one today, just for you. You look like you would fit right in with the cast of a Hangover movie. Cool. That's the look I'm going for. I'm hoping to get cast in the Hangover Part 5. Are you wearing gel? No, I just got out of the shower, so everything's a little damp up here. Everything's a little damp. That's what you're seeing there, is the dampness. I got out of the shower and I, towel dried my hair, and this is what it looked like. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it because, like, so what? In fact, I could probably even fix it a little. Like, I could get, like, the bangs going like kids used to have. You know what I mean? This used to be pretty cool with kids right here, right? I remember walking around seeing, like, all the little dorky kids dressed like with their hair all, like, everything forward, dude. The whole thing. The whole nine. Anything that could come forward comes forward, you know what I mean? And then they kind of, like, keep the bangs off to one side like this. What's up, guys? Want to go to the skate park, or you know what I mean? I was thinking about going and chilling at the skate park or whatever, but, like, I don't know. I don't know what's up. I don't know if anything's cracking over there or what, you know? I want to punch you in the face with that hairdo. Yeah, this really is a punchable hairdo. I mean, my hair's not exactly that way, but if I was to actually, like, start combing it like this, like letting the stupidity fall down in my eyes and, like, just kind of taming it over a little bit. Yeesh. That's better. You look like a Nord. You're dangerously close to page boy territory, really? That was your senior year? Yeah. The Bieber haircut was pretty popular back then, huh? Will you shave your hair again? Probably. I go through cycles of loving and hating my hair. I'm going through kind of a hate cycle right now, so there's a part of me that wants to just like shave all this shit off now, but I know that if I just stick it out, it'll get long and it'll be better. But till then, I'm tripping the balls. Do something cool, please. There you go. Enjoy. What's your favorite liquor? I like tequila. Yeah, right now that's about where it is too. It's just like long enough to get right in my eyeballs, but not really long enough to do anything else with. You can rock the bald look, just don't end up like Hagrid unless that's what you want. I mean, I don't even know what I want. I don't know what to do with this. You know, I've got weird hair. It's thick and it's like, it's not curly, but it's wavy. I don't even know what to do with it. You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking hairstylist, so. What I do know is this. Everybody tells me I look nice when I've got like the short hair that's, you know, a little spiked up in the front and then like, you know, normal length behind there. And I never hate myself more than when I look like that. It's so disconcerting to me that when I look in the mirror and I see myself like that with the, you know, the close cut hair with the little spikies up in front and stuff, like I look at that and I go, holy shit, man, I look like fucking, like this is terrible. And then I go out and people are like, oh, I like your hair. It looks so nice. It looks, oh, you cleaned up. And I'm just like, I mean, but it's very rare that I look into the mirror and have a different reaction than that, though. You know, my first look in the mirror every day usually start like it goes like this. Like, let me look right into the mirror. It goes like this. Like I'll be like, like that's how my day starts every time. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Did I get uglier and stupider when I was in bed last night? It looks like it. Clean your room, yeah. You look like a sleeping giant woken from his slumber. That's what I am. That's why I look that way. It's because that's exactly how I'm living. Should I get me some braids and get me some hose? I haven't seen my reflection in a year. Lucky fuck. Get a haircut. Are you homeless? What if I was? Wouldn't you feel bad? What if I was like, yes, sir, I am homeless and can't afford to go get my hair cut? Wouldn't you be like, oh, shit. Man, I'm kind of a dick. Well, I am homeless, Muhammad Yusuf, okay? So just back off of me, okay? I have enough problems living in the streets. Let me ask you guys a question. What would you think if I shaved like right here? Just this though. Like starting right here at the corners of my mouth, right? I want to shave straight down. Take all this hair off and then leave the big giant fucking ridiculous sideburns, you know what I mean? I've been thinking about it for a long time, man. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Would look stupid. Okay, all right. You'll regret it. Maybe. Most people start going gray at my age. I'm going gray. Like, you can see gray in my hair. It's all throughout, dude. It's happening. It's real. It's all in the beard too. Right around here. See, there's one. There's a salty gray one right there. It's over. It's over, man. How often do you wash your hair? Every couple of days. If I wash it like every day, it gets all dry and shit. So like every 2 or 3 days I'll wash my hair. I shower every day, but the hair only gets taken care of, like I said, once every couple days. Fitting this is on Sunday. Here's my tithe. Yes, that's right. That's right. It's good to see that there's at least one true believer out there. Please don't do anything to harm that majestic beard. All right, Mr. Naughty Priest. All right. Fair enough. When you put it that way, I guess I'm convinced. You'll probably be forgotten in about 100 years, so shave it. Damn. I don't remember how Lil Burn Boggs' hair was done, though. I don't remember what that was about. Lil Burn. TJ Scott and Paul are secretly the Justice League. You should shave the entire left side of your face and keep the right as it is now. That would be crazy. That'd be a look. Would you move to a place you hate if you were offered a dream job there? Hello. Hey, Paul. Yesterday was Hanukkah. Take my dirty Jewish money. Oh, okay. Thanks, Uka the pickle. Or Uku the pickle. Thanks, bro. That's solid of you, bro. Oh, look, a scam artist at work. Endless illegals to keep U.S. high costs while south of border stay cheap outsource medical giants use, for example, EU crisis by CIA Arab Spring to inflate prices, punish consumers. High inflation / taxes. Dude. I just realized that people like Lil Pump and Lil Uzi Vert are basically like the Ja Rules of my generation. They will be relevant for a few years. Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know, dude. You might be surprised. Some of these dudes might stick around for a long time yet. You just don't know. Hurry up and dry, hair. For fuck's sake. Been out of that goddamn shower for fucking 9 hours now. Paul is gross. It's mean, dude. That's mean. You know I have self-esteem issues. You're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna feed that negative perception that I have about myself. Like, why do you want to be so mean? Why do you want to be such a dick, Nick Q? Huh? It's mean. What you just said was hella mean. For no reason, too. Like, I'm just here chilling, doing a show for you guys, talking to you guys. And then I gotta read that meanness? I gotta read this meanness? Well, fine then. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here until this chat figures out how to be nice to me. Go sit in my couch, read a book. Come on, Dynor. Come on, Dynor. These people don't want us. Bunch of assholes. Bunch of fucking jerks. Maybe they learned a lesson now. Maybe these bastards learned a lesson. Hey, thanks, Nick Q. What a nice guy. I don't know. I just had to go get something to drink real quick. I didn't post any anime while you were gone. Good. That shit's got to stop. You know, I was talking, was it last night, I think, on the Discord with a group of folks. And I was talking about how, like, I feel like the 90s kind of ruined humor for 20 or 30 years because, like, in the 90s, you know, people really figured out that edgy can be funny. So you had a lot of really great comedians out there pushing people's moral boundaries with their jokes and stuff, trying to walk that line between offense and hilarity. You know what I mean? And then I think that what happened is that people enjoyed that style of humor so much, that kind of irreverent, offensive brand of humor that didn't really take people's feelings into account. And they ran with it to the point where now, like, there's nothing that's edgy anymore. Like, there's nothing anymore, like, because people failed to realize the nuance and skill that went into crafting a decent joke that was simultaneously edgy and funny. And they thought, oh, like, that was really the thought process in the 90s, was that, like, if you work hard at it and you come up with a good angle, you can make something that's really edgy and offensive really funny. And people took that and skipped most of it, and now it's just edgy is funny. But it isn't, though. So now everybody is a comedian, everybody's edgy, but nothing's edgy anymore. Like, that's it. And it kind of sucks because, you know, like, you've really lost your ability to do that because people, at least people that spend a lot of time online and stuff, you know, we're just barraged. Like, you can't go, like, if you have any social media account, you can't go to it without seeing a Jew joke, you know, because it's edgy to say bad things about the Jews because the Holocaust, you know. So, I mean, it's super offensive to insinuate anything bad about the Jews. So let's just do that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Isn't it hilarious? Aren't you guys rolling with laughter? I know I am. PC culture might be a reaction to that. I mean, it's an unneeded reaction. What happened was what people said was going to happen all along, which is like, if you can distinguish between humor and seriousness, then your feelings can be funny. So people, I think that like the SJW culture and PC culture is more an answer to people just lacking anything to be offended about anymore. Taking offense is empowering to some people. And in fact, it's empowering to most people when you're genuinely, righteously, indignantly offended by something. And you rant about that. There's an empowerment about that. There's a feeling that you're speaking out, that you're taking the other side. Well, identity politics came along and took root at a time where people had kind of realized that words were just words. And that some people were going to be offensive no matter what. And that those people could easily be ignored and pushed to the margins of any conversation. And so there was really no reason to be offended anymore. And so we invented reasons. I mean, offense is a pastime now. It's a major pastime. Being offended, being indignant about something that someone has said or done is literally a lot of people in this country's #1 hobby. Think about that. There is a huge chunk of people in this country and worldwide whose #1 hobby is looking for things to be offended by. How would you define reason? I mean, my personal definition, not going straight to the dictionary, I think when I use the term reason, I'm talking about using your cognitive abilities to get as close to the truth as you possibly can. Setting aside things that tend to muddy the waters of actual discovery and genuine discussion. And focusing on the things that can be proven and repeated and tested. Your beard is so wiry. Yeah, it is. Thanks for pointing it out. If men done come from a monkey, then why is there still a monkey? I mean, philosophical truth has always been open to interpretation. These times are no different than any time before that. The God of the gaps. The God of the gaps. You seem melancholy? No more so than usual. I'm watching from Saudi Arabia, no joke. Well, we better keep your voice down there. Because I'm about to say something that could probably get you beheaded. So, mute yourself. You've been warned. Allah is a goat fucker. And the dude watching this right now knows that is true, and that's why he's watching it. Damn. I just tried to get somebody in Saudi Arabia killed. What does my life come to? Do you think our society is breeding narcissists? I think it has been for a long time. I think it's breeding narcissists and sociopaths. Why can't you grow a beard? Because you're not a man. Does anything else need to be said? Narcissism isn't anything new, just has new gadgets. I mean, it's I I couldn't agree more with the first part of that. It's just I believe that I believe that a narcissist is made, not born. And if you have a society that is built around this idea of fake recognition being the only credit that matters, like posting the snarky comment that gets the most retweets, having the Instagram picture that the most dudes come and like we're throwing that a device that does that into the hands of kids. So there's a very I'm trying to be careful about talking about this because my knowledge of it, like, Ashley was basically raised on the internet. She was a kid who wasn't really supervised all that well when it came to how much time she spent on the internet, how what she did there. And as a result of that, she had to learn how to deal with people, like how to deal with the real world scenarios in a way that I feel like I didn't have to learn because there was natural stepping stones in my upbringing that brought me up to that speed. And I feel like there are a lot of people right now that are around her age and younger who have the same story. It's like socialization always had that weird empowering anonymity behind it. So you never really had to learn how not to push people's buttons because pushing people's buttons in the internet never leads to any kind of consequence whatsoever other than somebody, you know, getting all butthurt or something. And that can feel good. The fact that you invoked that kind of emotional response from somebody and lived rent-free in their head encourages people to be more and more antisocial. And what happens is, and see, Ashley's incredibly lucky that she jumped into the world when she did and didn't just continue, you know, being a denizen of the internet and not of the world. Because if your entire socialization schedule is based around anonymous internet exchanges and chat rooms like this one, you are not even going to be prepared to reach out and shake somebody's hand and introduce yourself to them. You're not going to be prepared to carry on an adult conversation. Bye, I'm going to TJ's stream. See you later. It's not the airport. You don't have to announce your arrivals and departures. Your presence would not have been missed. TJ's doing a stream to rebel. Ah, cool. Well, go check that out. TJ's not competing with me. He just isn't. If you want proof of that, all I've got to do is, let's see. Let's prove to you that there's no competition. I want any of you that are bored, that want to see TJ get angry, to just go type Valanche in his stream right now. Villanche. Valanche. If you go type that in all caps in his chat, he's driving. Oh, even better. He won't be able to block you and shit. This is just if you think that TJ is competing. There's no competition. You know? There's no competition. I've gotten timed out for that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The salt is right there on the surface. On the surface. Why does Valanche annoy him? Because I decided it was going to annoy him. It's a gaslighting campaign, my friend. It's textbook. It's as old as the world is old. Since the first caveman looked at another caveman and knew he could get one over on him and get under his skin, there's been gaslighting. So TJ is annoyed by Valanche because I decided that TJ would be annoyed by Valanche, and I orchestrated it. I made it happen. I took something that was utterly meaningless and pointless and non-contextual to him and made it the background radiation of his online life. You see? That's a true gaslight right there. That's how you do it. Wanna go inside, bud? Get on in there. What tank is this? It's a Valerian. I think that's what it's called. Valerian, yeah. I like it because it's got the top thing that pops off to fill it. And then it just pops back in. I like that. That's why I like this tank. His stream is just him going to buy cigarettes. TJ hates that shit too. It's so fucked up because like I was a smoker for so long and I remember all of these behaviors in myself, but it's just like because I have that window into the mind of a smoker and the just froth-mouthed, unchained, rabid ape that is nicotine addiction as it kicks around in your skull. I just see it like, but there is one aspect of TJ that I swear I don't understand as a smoker, and I think he's got this idea that if he doesn't have cigarettes around, like a lot of them, that if he only buys 1 pack or 2 packs at a time, that he will smoke less. But all that ends up happening is he ends up putting himself in this uncomfortable position because he hates leaving the house. He doesn't like going to the store to get cigarettes. So he's in this uncomfortable position where he either has to ask somebody else to go buy him cigarettes, because instead of getting a carton when he went to the store, he got a pack. And he smoked that whole pack in 3/4 of a day, and now he doesn't have cigarettes anymore and he's fiending. But he doesn't want to go get cigarettes. So he asks other people to get him cigarettes, but nobody wants to get TJ cigarettes because nobody wants to support TJ's habit. So then TJ ends up having to begrudgingly go to the store to get a pack of cigarettes, but when he's there, he doesn't head off this problem at the pass by just buying a fucking carton. He gets another pack, and he goes back home, and by the end of the night, he's got 3 cigarettes left, and in the morning, he's going to be in the same position. Like that, there's nothing worse as a smoker than not having cigarettes around and having to wonder, like, oh man, do I gotta go get cigarettes? How long do I have to, like, fuck that. If you're gonna be a smoker, like, keep them around. You probably smoke less because they're less prized and shit. He knows he's got a whole pack, he's got a whole carton and shit, so he can go have one. And like the opposite effect would probably happen if he just had cigarettes around, because he allows himself to get built up to the point where he's like nicotine fiending, like, ugh, gotta have a fucking cigarette. And then he drives down to the store all fucking hopped up, buys a pack, comes home and immediately chain smokes like 1/4 of the pack. Whereas if he had a pack of cigarettes, instead of getting all fucking, He would have just smoked one and then he'd be chill. Why doesn't he vape? He's tried it and it doesn't seem to work for him. He doesn't like it. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't perfect for me at the beginning either, but I stuck with it and it was able to work for me, but have you ever heard of water fasting? Yes. Where you just drink water. Nothing but liquids or whatever the fuck. I quit morphine but can't quit cigarettes. Cigarettes is tough. It's a tough addiction. No, he started smoking, and you could ask him about this. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said he started smoking cigarettes because he started smoking weed. Like he never smoked anything, thought cigarettes were gross, never tried one, never wanted to try one. Then he started dating Holly. She was a pothead. She got him into smoking weed. He liked the feeling of smoking weed, but weed's expensive, so he decided, well, I can get that same feeling of smoke in my lungs if I just go buy a pack of cigarettes or a cigar or whatever. That's how it started for him. That's how I remember him saying he started. How did you start with cigs? I went to a summer school program when I was 15 called CISA, California State Summer School for the Arts. It was at Cal Arts campus in Valencia, California. And I got there having never smoked a cigarette and showed up, and there were a bunch of kids ranging in age from 14 to 19 there. And damn near every last one of them smoked. And my first cigarette that I ever smoked was cloves. Like, that's how I got started, was on cloves. Cloves were all popular and shit amongst the artsy fartsy kids there because they smelled cool. And so I bummed a few cloves and then eventually started buying my own packs of cloves. And that, that it was a 2.5 month program there. And I'd say about midway through that, I stopped buying cloves and started buying Marlboro Reds. And I came home like a full-fledged smoker. So that's how it started with me. Good old peer pressure. Although there was really no peer pressure. It wasn't like, come on, Paul, have a smoke. It's just everybody looked so cool and smelled so awesome smoking their cloves and being all artsy and shit. I wanted to be cool too. I wanted to be one of the cool kids chilling on the grass, singing along to some dude strumming on an acoustic guitar, smoking a cigarette. And I tell you what, I did. I got that. You're absolutely right about that. Cigs do make people look cool. And I was a good smoker. Like, I've never smoked in front of you guys. But if I were to light up a cigarette right now, my cigarette etiquette is great. I look good. I look good smoking. I know how to do it. It's automatic. I've got, like I said, I've got the whole etiquette down. And it looks cool. It does. Didn't you when you streamed in Cali? Those were joints I was smoking. So I guess, yeah. I guess you could see a little bit of my etiquette, although smoking a J is a little different than smoking a cig. I did smoke when I was in Cali, though, yeah. I broke down and had a pack of cigarettes there. Shit got crazy. And I was just like, fuck it. It had been like, I don't even know, like 7 years or something, 8 years since I'd bought a pack of cigarettes. And I walked right up to the fucking gas station, bought a pack of Marlboro Reds, and packed it up and smoked the whole pack like I never stopped. It was that easy. I was just like, whoa. God damn. I haven't played Red Dead 2, so I got no thoughts. Other than that, you know, eventually I want to play it. Yeah, the stress of life, I get it. Smoked one cigarette once and it made me so sick I laid in the fetal position for like 2 hours. Good. You lucked out. Because the first cigarette I smoked felt great. I got a mad nicotine buzz, cool little head change. I felt cool doing it. So you lucked out, man. If my first cigarette, it made me puke my guts out. You know, I probably wouldn't have smoked for 16 years. How can smoking make people feel sick? It's just smoke. I don't know. Some people react poorly to it, I guess. I've seen it happen. Like, I've seen people... A lot of times what happens when people get sick when they smoke is they don't know how to inhale smoke and they end up swallowing it. This is 100% true. And in fact, I would 99.9% bet that that's what happened to Brianna. I'd be willing to bet that when she took a hit of the cigarette, she mouthed it and swallowed that smoke. And that'll make you sick as a fucking dog. I've seen it happen before. It sucks. I don't know, Brianna. I don't know. Sounds like you swallowed some smoke. You're a smoke swallower. It's all right. You know, like I said, it happens. It happens. Invisipol. Cigarettes rule. Cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule. Don't be a fool, don't be a tool, don't be a fool. Cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule, cigarettes rule. Do it in school. Hey, 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 don't smoke that jewel. 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 'Cause cigarettes rule. Yeah, cigarettes rule. How you like that trap? That's my new trap song called Cigarettes Rule. Cigarette, cigarette, cigarette. Yeah, you like the new System of the Down song, dude? My trap name is Cool Drugs Man. TJ's heading to the convenience store to buy himself a pack of the cigarettes. Do 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 do. Are you gonna play Fallout 76? LOL. No, no thanks. I still haven't played Fallout 4 because it looks like it sucks shit. So. When will Drunk D&D come out on Patreon? Soon, my friend. Soon. Stay tuned. '76 is way worse. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even interested in the whole Fallout universe anymore. I gotta be honest with you. I'm done with it. It was cute. It was good in the first few games, but I think they've kind of extracted all of the memes out of it that they're going to, and it's become kind of a soulless, like, let's cash in on people's nostalgia again. Hey, remember the Fallout boy? Here he is. It's him again. Hey guys, listen, we start the game the same way. Listen, war never changes. Hey, you guys remember that? Remember that? Remember this? Remember this? How cool this was? It's like... Elder Scrolls 6 2022. What the fuck? Yeah. Elder Scrolls games have always had like long development times and shit. And it's probably gonna suck too, by the way, just so you know. Every release of the Elder Scrolls series has been a slight step backwards from the previous one, starting with Morrowind, which I think is the finest example. And then you had the weird kind of sidestep, almost kind of backstep into Oblivion, where it was like, we'd just come out of Morrowind, which was this really interesting alien environment with these giant mushroom houses and all these interesting little coves and interesting geographical areas. It didn't look like typical fantasy fare. And then Oblivion comes along, and it's like, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round! And you're like, I mean, all right, the game is still kind of cool and stuff, but... like, why am I playing in Chesterfordshire and shit? You know what I mean? Like that. After Morrowind, it just felt like a slap in the face to have, like, medieval fantasy village. You know, it's just like, how boring. And then, you know, Skyrim, I know, much beloved game, especially amongst your generation, but to me was a step back from Oblivion in terms of character customization and advancement. You know, it might have been a step forward in terms of just like an interesting environment. At least the Viking environment doesn't feel as overworn as, you know, look, Lady Guinevere and the Lady in the Lake passing the sword of destiny to King Arthur. Toodly-too, toodly. And it's just like, ugh. So I guess Skyrim had that going on, but in terms of like character advancement and all of that and freedom when it came to that, Skyrim was a step back. So whatever this next one will be in 2022 will be disappointing. I mean, there'll be some people that play it religiously. There are still people trying to like sit on the fucking Fallout 76 train. You know what I mean? It's good, man. It's good because the other Fallouts were good, man. Look, it's got Fallout Boy in it. I got a bobblehead. Remember when, in the other games, Well, we would collect these, the bobbleheads, and they were hard to find, and it was cool because you could put them on a shelf. I'm doing that again, guys. I'm doing it. I'm doing it again in Fallout 76, and it's good. It's good. I fought a radioactive mutant, and I went into a base, and there were more mutant. There was more mutants in it. It's good. I'm having so much fun. Fallout 4 isn't terrible. Whatever. That's not a great fucking like. That's why I haven't played it yet. Is because when people come at me, they're never like, man, it's great. It's Fallout. It's great. It's feels great to do this, and this part of it feels great. It's always like, Fallout 4 was not terrible. I'm like, wow. Going for the hard sell, huh? Fuck that. There are endless fucking not terrible games for me to play, alright? Endless. New Vegas or Morrowind? Morrowind, easily. No hesitation, no need to think about it. New Vegas is fun. Morrowind is better. I, like, lost myself in Morrowind. Morrowind was just, like... I was so sad when I finally beat it. Like, it was one of those games that I was legitimately sad to finish. Favorite Bethesda game would probably be Morrowind. Could you play Morrowind nowadays? I could. Like, I know they've done a bunch of graphical overhauls, and I could probably mod it up and make it look fresh and have a good time with it. But I got to be honest with you, I played so much Morrowind that I can still remember most of the routes I would take through the game. I can still remember where most of the, hidden stuff is and the different quest lines. I played that game endlessly, on and 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 on. So... Freak. They're making an open source Morrowind that has way better graphics and runs better on Moffin. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'll probably check it out eventually. It's just, like I said, I feel like I've explored every inch of that world and done pretty much everything that you can do in it. I never got as far as I wanted to in Morrowind because it was so dauntingly big and expansive. That's what made it great for me, though. I felt like any direction I walked in, like if I was bored with the storyline, or I just felt like going on an adventure and seeing what lied over that mountain over there, like it was just that ultimate feeling of like, and every time I'd do that, I'd find something, some little enclave, some little Dwemer ruin. You know what I mean? I'd end up finding some weapon, it was just great. Like, it was the carrot on a stick in Morrowind was just perfect. Because everywhere you went to was distinct and different. It had, there were these wasteland areas and these kind of rolling countryside hill areas and these weird mushroom forest areas and these incredible floating cities that were just densely packed with NPCs and quests and shops and crazy shit to do. It had everything, man. It was great. I had Blood Moon and Tribunal. Yeah, I had all of that shit. I played through all of it. I didn't really like the add-ons as much as I liked the main quest, but they were still good. I don't know if that's a crow. Sounds like one. Chilling off in the woods over there. Don't forget unique dialogue. Yeah. I mean, there was just all kinds of cool stuff. It was great. I've never played Rust, no. If you could develop a game, what genre would it be? MMORPG. I think every video game, like lover of the video games, I'm trying to find something else to say other than gamer, because I hate it. I think all of them have, again, everybody that loves games has a game in their head that they want to see made. And for me, that game takes the form of a couple of different MMORPG ideas, different time settings. There are two that I really like. I'm desperate to see. I think that would be really awesome. I think that like an open world, expansive, open PvP game based in the Old West would be fucking amazing. You think about all the weird little things that you could do. You could have player sheriffs who, through testing their mettle and showing a willingness to fight against bandits and people, the people that run that city come together and they pin the 10 star on this guy, and now you've got a player that's making sure that the town remains calm. If you've got another player that wants to be more of a bandit type, you could have wanted posters and stuff, which would open up the opportunity for some players to be bounty hunters. So you could travel from Old West settlement to Old West settlement looking for wanted posters or tracking some guy that committed some heinous crime back in some other town for the bounty. You could I don't know if this would fly these days, but I think it would be awesome. You could weave in like the ability to play as American Indian tribes as well, giving like a different flavor to the game for people that chose to play that, and adding natural historical conflict to the game. So you could have, tribes of Indians, and you could have Indian trackers that come into town and are more, trade openly with the outsiders, and then more insular Indian tribes that try and raid good caravans from one city to the next and stuff like that. I think it would be an amazing setting for an MMORPG. The other one that I have in mind is, I guess, kind of similar, but it's just set in a far future setting, so like a cyberpunk setting. The setting that inspired me most growing up was Shadowrun. And I think a game, an MMO set in that kind of world where, there's this whole cyberspace angle to it where people can jack in to a computer and physically maneuver through the system and fight that way. And then there would be people on the overworld that were less into the hacking thing and more into like, you could be a bodyguard, hire out your services to travel around and dangerous areas of town populated by player gangs that try and rob people. You could hire a bodyguard or two that with badass big guns to ward off anybody fucking with you as you do your business. So you could do that. You could, the same thing applies to this one. You could have a player-run police force, because there are always going to be players that want to do good in games. So you allow the players to slowly but surely work themselves up to being police, and then if you're really good at being a cop, you can make detective, and then you're investigating murders that have happened in the game world. You go to the scene of the crime. There's a whole mini game based around that. You could be a big CEO of a giant corporation. You could sit at the head of a giant corporation, have a big skyscraper office, you know what I mean, and have a whole organization of players beneath you that are all trying to get what you have, working for you in various capacities to make your organization run. I just think it would be a fucking amazing game. So, like, if I was I've often said that if I was like a multi-billionaire, like if I won $1 billion or more, maybe, $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 billion, just some absurd amount of money, one of the things that I 100% would do would be I would start a video game publisher, developer, whatever you want to call it. And I would, just pour an insane amount of money into making a headquarters that was just chock full of amenities that were better than Google offers, better than fucking Valve offers. I would just make this awesome place to work, and then I would just start poaching talent. I'd just start having meetings with the people that designed games that I thought had a lot of vision to them, and I'd say, look, I'm going to pay you way more than you're making now. I'm going to turn you loose to make the game of your dreams. Come and work for me. And there would be no deadlines, no bullshit. The people that worked for me would be there to make the game, that game that I was talking about, in their head. And you got to imagine, for a game developer, it's got to be even worse. You know, they've got to have this, every game developer, everybody that dreams of doing that for a living has got to have this game that they really want to fucking make, you know? And that's what I would do. There'd be no deadlines, there'd be no expectations for sales, because I'm financing the whole fucking thing. I think eventually we'd probably make a bunch of money, because I think that turning people loose creatively like that would lead to just some awesome video games being made. So that's how I would do it. I'd cut people loose. No bullshit, no deadlines. I'd get everybody together. We'd get all of our ideas. You know, everybody'd get that idea out on paper. And then the team as a whole would decide which game we were going to make first, and then we'd all work on it, you know? Do you believe Stevie's virginity story? I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe, bro. I don't know. It sounded a little spurious to me, but whatever. I shocked. No one has made a game where you were shrunk down inside of the human body fighting germs and shit. Yeah, that would be cool. Like that movie, Inner Space. Remember that movie? It's like an 80s movie. It's about that. They work on this machine that can miniaturize a man to the point where he can be injected into the body of, and like they're gonna test this. So they have this test pilot guy played by who played it? Dennis Quaid. So it was Dennis Quaid. So he's like, they're gonna inject him into a rabbit. He's in this little vehicle that they're gonna shrink down and send him into the rabbit. But like, after they shrink him down and put him in the syringe, like some terrorists come and steal him, and he ends up getting injected into this doofus. Yeah, he goes inside Martin Short. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good movie. No, wrong Quaid. Dennis Quaid, not Randy Quaid. Troll Katy Perry XD. What? Get out of here. Yeah, Inner Space is great. I'm working on a tabletop game called Battle Pauls, where all the characters are Paul. The classes will be things like Salty Paul, Sad Paul, etc. Wow. I can't wait to play that game, TJ. I can't wait, TJ. It's going to be amazing. He's taking a shit telling you that? Well, yeah. I mean, you after you like after you go get a cigarette, like having a cigarette, especially after you haven't had one for a while, dude, you gonna get the shits. You gonna get the shits. TJ's in there having a thunderous nicotine shit. The best ideas are had on the shitter, not mine. I don't have any ideas on the shitter other than how quickly I can get my ass up off the shitter and be done shitting. The enemies will be things like existential crises, bad backs, etc. That sounds great. Existential crises, bad backs, cell phones, autists, shower thoughts. Now that's where I get my good thoughts, because I'll take a long shower. So I'll chill in the shower sometimes and I'll get some good thoughts in that. It's my birthday today. This is a nice present. Dude, Gaddick, I know. I've been talking about TJ taking a shit for the last 30 minutes, dude. Damn. Gaddick late to the party this time. Late to the party every fucking time. Gaddick is one of those dudes whose name immediately means, like, it's like a red alert goes off in my head when I see it. I'm like, there's a retard in the room. Whee! I don't even remember exactly what he's done, but... Paul, will you ever play WoW again? Probably not. The game is about as played out as they get. He's applying banana. He's applying banana. What is Scotty doing? Oh, hold on. Let me check my Scotty cam. Doot, 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 doot. Scotty's chilling on his I don't know. Am I Scotty's keeper? Huh? What the fuck Scotty gets up to? Quite frankly, I don't want to know. Scotty's got his own thing going on. You know what I mean? I got my own thing going on over here. You know what I mean? Scotty Highdeology is the best. So I hear. So I hear. Scottyologies. What do you think of penetration of the limb mind anus? Wow. I sure hope nobody bans your dumbass. Scott lives in a 2-foot cage in Paul's house. Yeah, that's right. I'll go check on him. He's in his crate right now. Scotty's Keeper would be a badass movie. Scotty is too cocky sometimes. Says who? Says you. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Huh? How's married life suiting them fighting boys? You gotta ask them, man. All I have is my imagination. You know what I mean? And I'm sour on marriage, so I imagine it's horrible. You know what I mean? I imagine that Scotty is being henpecked right now and forced to do something he desperately doesn't want to do because he's got a broad breathing down his neck. And I feel like TJ is probably, like, after this Highdeology, he's probably going to have to clean some shit because the whip is being cracked, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm sour on marriage, you know? I don't know what's really going on. I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. Clean, DJ, that's what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, man. Once you put a ring on it, all kinds of expectations come crawling out of the woodwork. It's like, now you're a husband, so you got to do this. And why didn't you clean the toilet like you said you were going to yesterday? And you're like, damn, I forgot. And she's like, well, I don't forget when you ask me to do things. And you're like, okay, well, I'm really sorry. I'll go clean the toilet. And she's like, already did it. And I'm like, why'd you do that? Because I was sick of looking at all the piss stains on the toilet. And you're like, I would have gotten up and cleaned it right now. That's not the point. I have to ask. Well, you want something, yeah, you have to ask. I shouldn't have to ask. You should want. You should want the toilet to be free of piss stains, okay? 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 And you're just like, was there any way that I could come out of this unscathed? Absolutely not. No. Because even if you did clean it yesterday, you wouldn't have cleaned it good enough. That's how I imagine it's going, but like once again, like I said, I'm sour on marriage. Pessimistic Paul, huh? What is Scotty's channel called? I don't think he has a channel. Oh, yeah, no, he does. He has an old channel, but I don't think he's put anything on it in like 10 years. I hope I don't sound like that. Yeah, see, I don't know. They're asking me like how marriage is going for you two, and I was just like, all I have is my horrible imagination to deal with, you know, because you don't really know. You guys could be totally happy, and you know what I mean? I don't know. Chelsea woke up at 8 and cleaned the fridge. I woke up at 1 and smoked cigarettes. Uh-huh. All right. Keep flaunting that, TJ, because right now she's up in this chat and she heard that and she was like, he's right. Classic TJ, dude. He couldn't just like let well enough know. Now he's planted the seed in his mind that while he's in there sleeping, preparing to wake up and smoke cigarettes, she's cleaning and she's going to be like, wait a minute. You know, fucked up, TJ. You know, fucked up, TJ. You planted a seed that will sprout into a thorny bush, my friend. You're going to be cleaning the fucking fridge next time. You better watch. You have to organize the book. Dude, I've seen your honey-do list. TJ trying to act like he's living the high life with his feet up, and fucking Chelsea running around in a sexy French maid outfit with a feather duster, dusting his shoes off and stuff. Dude, I've seen your honey-do list. I chill at your house, dude. TJ's got like, he's got the honey-do list going, dude. He's got sticky notes everywhere with like, clean this, take that, call this person, and handle that, dude. TJ trying to perpetrate. It's okay, I have one too, and I'm not even married, so what does that have to say? I've got a whole list of shit over there that, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. She already has that outfit. Cool. Throw that list away. That's just asking for trouble, though. All right, maybe there's some alphas out there that see shit like that and they just throw it over their shoulder and go do whatever they want. But that has not been my relationship experience. My first relationship lasted 6 years. It ended over 3 years ago. My family still compares all my new lovers to my first ex. Yeah, this is why like you should never involve your like I know it's like a big deal to take the person that you're dating and in love with to your family, but I'm telling you, dude, it just leads to problems. Because yeah, people like they get the idea which one of your exes they liked the best, and then they just reminisce about how much they wish this person was that person. You know, it happens. It's just what families do. Assert dominance. It always goes well. Trust me. Okay. All right. I'll try it out and see what happens. I'll report back to you guys. My mom's family hated my dad until my mom left him, and then they loved my dad and talked all the time about his greatness. Yeah, that's the way it works, man. That's the way it works. TJ, why don't you come over here and hang out, man? Why don't you come chill over here? Sit on my beanbag. Huh? Come sit on my beanbag with me, TJ. What do you got planned today? What do you got on your plate? More cigarettes? You can smoke cigarettes out here on the porch with me. Come on. Let's do it, TJ. The problem is, TJ, when was the last time you operated a vehicle? I'm 23 and trying to avoid driving for as much of my life as possible. It's hard. Oh, that was a TJ question. Why are you asking TJ questions up in here? He has to ask Chelsea first. Oof. That's right. I have to work on a few videos I'm doing. I'm way behind. There it is, dude. The excuse. There it is. The excuse, dude. He doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to come sit on my fucking beanbag. That's all. I mean, why can't you just say that, TJ? Why can't you just say, Paul, I'd rather sit here by myself than sit on your beanbag? I mean, you know, that'd be fine. It would hurt. It would hurt, but that would be fine. You know, hurt my feelings, but at least I'd know where you stand, TJ. At least I'd know where you stand, TJ. How come someone not want to sit on a beanbag? I know. I know. I mean, the ultimate offer. Come sit on my beanbag? I would have been in my car and halfway to his house by the time he finished the sentence. You had me at beanbag. You had me at beanbag. But no, I see how it is. I see how it is. My beanbag's not good enough for TJ's golden ass. All right. All right. I see how it is. Go to TJ, Paul? No. TJ's busy. Wouldn't want to interrupt his busyness. Plus, I don't have a car either. Ashley's at work. She's got the car. So, there's that. TJ is busy with his perfect marriage. Dude, why are you guys all like, look, dude, don't take my sourness about marriage and project all of that onto them. You asked me an unanswerable question. And it's not just their marriage that I imagine is that way, it's everybody's. I'm sour on marriage, period. You see, I'm not the guy to ask how somebody else's marriage is going because you're going to get a litany of shit like that. You know, how's Scotty and Taylor's marriage? Well, it starts with Taylor waking Scotty up about 4 hours earlier than he wanted to be woken up and giving him a list of shit that he didn't even think he had to do that day. That all involves traveling around to stores with her and endlessly walking up and down aisles, grabbing shit and watching his bank account go. There you go. That's what I think is going on in Scotty's marriage. There's some people that live across the way from me. I think their marriage is typified by constant nagging. Like, I think the dude probably works hard, comes home, kicks his boots off, wants to crack open a beer and just kick his feet up for 10, 15 minutes and watch the evening news. But his wife is there. No job, salty about being stuck at home all the day, just ready to make his life misery. That's what I think is going on right over there. You're too weak for marriage. Only real men can cope and work through married life. Mea culpa. You're absolutely right. I'm half a man, because Could you marry someone controlling? Doesn't everybody? I'm pretty sure everybody does. Allegedly. Yeah. It's all about giving the women attention. That's not what it's all about. That's a part of it. I'm not even the guy to give advice about this, but from where I stand, keeping a relationship healthy and happy requires constant attention and work. Not just lavishing presents and gifts and things on a chick or vice versa, but like going through the hard shit, being honest with one another when you piss each other off and working through it rather than allowing it to stew. Respecting each other's boundaries and not crossing them. You see, that's how you keep a relationship healthy. That's the hard part, coming from a horrible failure at relationships. So take that advice with a grain of salt. It's all about not having to work for a healthy relationship anymore. Anytime there's a problem, you wave a piece of paper at the other person and you're good. Yeah. Like, nobody wants to go through the fire, dude. And oftentimes people rush into marriage or get into marriages for the wrong reasons and, end up with these unreconcilable problems. It's like, I don't want to get married because I don't want people to expect my girlfriend and I to have kids. I mean, you can shut that down immediately. Like, honestly, I tiptoed around that shit for the longest time, and look at how fucked up this is. So, as soon as I got married to my ex-wife, people started bombarding us with, when are we going to get kids? When are we going to get kids? When are we going to get kids? We found out 3 or 4 months after we got married that I was infertile. That's obviously information that you just don't wear on your sleeve. You don't go around to people and be like, yeah, I can't have kids and stuff. It's a personal thing, something that takes a while to sink in, especially when you're a young couple that was planning on having kids. And yet the bombardment never stops because people don't think. People don't think about, like, the fact that maybe some people don't want kids or can't have kids. So, yeah, that's constant. What do you want, dude? Come on. Come out here. What? Come on. What do you want? I heard you in there wimping and whining to come out here. You want to come sit out here with me? Crazy boy. You crazy boy. I get you. The brain sucker drives him nuts. Watch this. Brain sucker. Dun 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 fucking Dinor. Oh, Dinor. You're a weirdo, boy. You really are a weirdo. Which makes you fit in just fine around these parts. Are you happy in retrospect that you didn't have kids? Be it yes. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Happy that it never happened. Would have a much, much different life right now if it didn't, or if it had happened. there's a certain freedom to being my age and not being responsible for anybody but yourself. Dinor, so cute. Dinor, so cute. You got fans, Dinor. They love you. They love you. They want more of you. We got to make you a... we got to make you... Oh, damn it. You're just sitting right in a spot where this arm isn't going to be good to show you. But we need to make you a... Whoa. Oh, okay, all right. Calm down. People are allowed to live here. This is an apartment complex. Yeah, Dinor, he does lack chill. But you had any other pets besides Dinor? I've had dogs my whole life. Would you ever clone Dinor? No, one is enough. One is too much. It's shocking to me that the world can contain a single Dinor. How? How? Come on, bud. How do you fit into the world? How does everything work with you in it? I don't know. Didn't you say he had an anxiety? Yes. Dinor is racked with strange anxieties that I really don't understand most of them. He'll get spooked by things sometimes, and I'll have no idea what it was that spooked him. He gets like really, really agitated sometimes, and then just really scared when you try and, you think, oh, he's got a lot of energy. Let's take him down and fetch for a while, and he just won't even do anything. He just like sit there like, oh, okay. He's just like me. I basically projected all my bad qualities onto Dinor. Isn't that true? Isn't that true, buddy? Come on. Get in there. Get in that house, boy. You better get in that house, boy, before I smack you. I'll do it. I'll do it. Have you tried using a thunder shirt on him? I don't even know what that is, homie. What's a thunder shirt? Is it just like a dog shirt with a lightning bolt on it or something? Because that sounds pretty lame. Sounds like something I would not want to do to my dog, personally. Wouldn't be interested in it. I think he'd hate me forever if I did that to him. God damn it. Fucking thing. Can you work, please? Can you do one goddamn thing correctly? Thank you. Super chat, super chat. Yesterday was Hanukkah. Take my duty. Who's your favorite rapper? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if I go old school rapper, all time MC Ricky D. Current Childish Gambino, probably. Probably something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this.